Welcome back everyone to another video from SGP Media Service. I will be your host, Rick, the Stuttering Designer. In today's video, we'll be talking about how has talking on the phone changed for a person who stutters. It was the summer before my first year of junior high school. I had a girlfriend. This was when some phones could be hung on the wall while utilizing a short or long phone cord from the base to the handheld receiver. Our house phone had the long cord, so you wouldn't need to stay near the base hanging on the wall. Similar to this one here. We talked on the phone during the summer or after school and weekends once school started. Also, this was a time when calling someone, you needed to ask for them. Not like today, you can call the person directly on their cell phone most of the time. And very few times she would be the one to answer the phone, which meant I had to ask for her, right? Where my struggle was, it was asking for her. You see, her name was a difficult one for me to say, even more so on the phone. I don't think I ever told her that. I'm sure if I had, she would have understood. She was a very understanding person. When I needed to ask for her, I found myself swinging the long cord like a jump rope to get through the stuttering block. Good thing there was no home videos of it back then. I'm sure that would have been a sight to see. I felt standing up allowed me to be a little more relaxed opposed to sitting. It did make me feel so silly. Who needs to swing a stupid phone cord just to say a person's name? Me, a person who stutters. As time went on, your phone got some upgrades. You ask what kind? The introduction of the answering machine. Yes, the answering machine. Nowadays, it's referred to as voicemail. The same idea. You need to create an outgoing message. I can't tell you how many redos there were in mine. When I first started doing them, they had no background sound. I tried to have it quiet and then say what I needed to say. Boring plus stuttering. Yep. So then I started to record them with different instrumental music that I played in the background. Even though I was stuttering through it, having the music playing made it well worth it. The phone has had some major upgrades since me playing jump rope with the cord. Let's talk about why talking on the phone is so difficult for people who stutter. The difficulty of talking on the phone can vary from person to person. Remember, not all people who stutter the same. So yes, some people who stutter can talk on the phone better than others. Also, each person who stutters is at a different point in his or her stuttering journey. While a person who stutters might have anxiety about talking on the phone, or more so, making phone calls, some people who stutter might try these or other things before making a phone call. Number one, try to calm or psych themselves into making the call. This will depend on the person. Number two, try to figure out how the call could go so they could have quick responses ready. Number three, try to have someone else make the call. Number four, try to write down a script to say. Number five, try practicing any phone techniques that they might have learned. In closing, I would like to provide you with my opinion of the negatives, then positives to the question, how has talking on the phone changed for a person who stutters? As we talk about what could be a negative for some or a positive for others, let's try to keep in mind each person is at a different point in his or her stuttering journey. Can we all agree the phone upgrades have come a long way and will continue? Yes? Okay. Let's first discuss the negative aspects of these phone upgrades and others when they are related to a person who stutters. Texting and chatting is popping up in our daily lives more and more. How many companies have you noticed are now offering, in addition to calling, a chat feature through their website to provide you with the same customer service that has been done over the phone only just a few years ago? These companies are making it as easy for you as they can. But is it really what a person who stutters needs? Social media is another platform where texting and chatting is used a lot to communicate. The problem I see is there are some people who stutter, and texting and chatting can be their main source of communication with others. Ask yourself this: how many times have you texted someone first over calling them? Yep. Maybe because you had your phone right there with you and it was quick, or you didn't know if the other person was busy, or didn't want to disturb them, etc. Those excuses aren't just for stuttering people. Non-stuttering people use them too. With the creation of texting and chatting and social media, it has allowed people who stutter to socialize with real people, even less than they might have been doing before, which turns into a lack of social interaction and talking with real people. It allows them to hide their stutter, knowingly or accidentally. That turns into not communicating with others with their voice. A person who stutters has a voice and the right to be heard, just like anyone else does. But on the other hand, it's their choice to use it so that others can hear it. People want to hear us talk. All we have to do is open our mouth and talk. For some of us, it's not that easy. Now we'll talk about what I would consider some positive phone upgrades that could help some people who stutter. Number one, being able to talk hands-free if you choose, not having to have the phone right next to your ear, which would allow you to stand up or be mobile and not tied down to one place. Number two, some businesses have transitioned into having a direct phone number or an extension for each person. The need to go through the operator is not as demanding on a person who stutters now. Number three, in the past few years, the accessibility of having video calls has come together more and more, especially with the introduction of the webcam. Even going a step further and applying that same technology to your cell phone by having an app. You can be video conferencing with one or many more people all at the same time. Having that kind of technology available to people who stutter has provided them more freedom, more access to connecting once again with family, friends, and even fellow stutters from all over the world. Even these positives can be a struggle for some people who stutter. For now, that's a wrap. I am the Stuttering Designer. Join the fam by smashing that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. It helps our channel. Thank you for coming along on this journey, and see you in the next video.